Creating a portfolio can be totally overwhelming, whether you're just getting started launching your business or you've been at it for a while and you just want to give your portfolio that little oomph, take it to the next level. So today I have some really helpful portfolio building tips and resources so that you can really ensure that your portfolio is top notch. Plus, you're bringing your potential client a lot closer to saying yes, and making sure that you're building lots of trust and authority with your portfolio. So let's get started. And hey, before we get started, I want to tell you about something really exciting that you guys have been requesting for years now, and we finally got around doing it. I'm so pumped, and that's a brand new course all about how to be a savvy online selling machine, if so to speak. It's called Savvy Online Selling, and it's specifically designed for service-based businesses. So a lot of you guys have been wanting a full-blown course, A to Z, how to launch and grow your service-based business, from, deciding if your idea is one that's smart and you can validate it, all the way through creating packages, building portfolio, pitching clients, having sales conversations, finding clients, all of that good stuff. I'm really excited to be releasing that very soon. So right now we have not released it yet, but if you want to get in the early bird list, this is the time to do it. You're going to get exclusive access to bonus resources, amazing pricing on that course, and you're going to get access to it way before anyone else. So we're not actually going to be promoting this publicly until a few months or later down this year. And I really want to make sure that you get first dibs, especially since this was a course 100% inspired by you guys. My team and I have been slaving away for the past few months getting this together, and I can't wait for you to be part of our beta members. So if you're interested in that, it's totally free to sign up for early birds, and you're going to get a bunch of bonus resources if you decide to join us. All right, so let's get started with portfolio building tip number one. And here's the thing. Most people think that you can only have a portfolio if you are, a design company or a photographer or a videographer, and that's just not true. For my service-based business, I was a social media manager and consultant, and so I decided that I wanted to have a portfolio to showcase my work. Even though it was totally online, I still have a physical portfolio and a digital one that I showed clients, and I can't tell you how amazing it felt to have my very first client, totally cold, I pitched that client cold, say yes because of that portfolio. It made all the difference in the world. When I walked into that meeting, I sat down, I kind of asked a bunch of questions, asked what their goals were, and as soon as I pulled out that portfolio, the CEO's face just lit up. He was so excited to see kind of before and afters of our client, the results that we had done, campaign statistics, data, all the things that we've done for clients before that really worked. So you definitely need to consider having a portfolio if you have a service-based business that it makes sense to have a portfolio for, or maybe you can show some kind of before and after. So if you're like a plumber or you're a realtor, you need to get creative, right? Like if you're a plumber, like we had a service-based business, the first one we launched was in a blue collar space. It was a moving company, and we didn't have a portfolio, but we did have a ton of case studies and client testimonials. So if you kind of are on the fence, definitely leave me a comment below asking. I'd love to hear from you. If you have a question about like, should you have a portfolio or not, let me know. I'd love to kind of guide you through that process. But that first tip that I have for you is be super clear. A lot of times we kind of get very excited about the work that we do, and we tend to over curate our portfolio. So there's tons of ideas and tons of amazing projects and tons of case studies, and it's just too much. So you want to really curate and make sure that you have the strongest work as part of your portfolio, right? The really amazing campaigns that you ran, or the beautiful shots that you took, or your very best work is showcased. And you don't have to go overboard. I always tell my members inside the Business Lounge, you really want to shoot for 3 to 5 pieces of work. Over that, it's a little bit too much. You don't want to go overboard. And if you can keep it at like 3 or 4 really strong pieces, that's going to 100% go so much further because clients are busy, right? They don't want to have to look through pages and pages and pages of your work. Make sure to keep it concise and clear and very succinct. Tip number 2 is to not make your client work for it, right? Tell them exactly what you do and how you can help them as soon as possible in your portfolio. They shouldn't have to kind of go through 5 pages of your work to figure out what it is that you do and how you can help them. So make sure that that's front and center. You make it very clear and you're very empathetic, right? In terms of how many pitches they've heard. Probably they've been looking for bids of multiple providers and you just want to save them time and energy and they will 100% appreciate you for it, right? So tip number 3 is get as visual as you possibly can, right? The saying goes, show, don't tell, and that is such a powerful concept when it comes to selling anything, especially online. So instead of telling your customer or your potential client, right, what you did, show them. Include screen grabs, before and after pictures, maybe even video if you're doing a digital portfolio, anything that you can do to show the transformation of what a client used to look like or what they were experiencing and what they were able to achieve after working with you. So definitely get visual with it and make sure that you are showing and not telling. Tip number 4 is to make sure that your branding is freaking on point. I cannot stress this enough, but in today's world, there's so many amazing tools that you could use to build a portfolio. One of them is canva.com. I absolutely love this tool because it really is designed for non-graphic designers. So one of the things that Canva really integrated lately is that you can also create a beautiful portfolio and have a link where that portfolio will live on the web. So basically you have kind of, your physical portfolio that you can print out in PDF form through Canva, and then you can also create a digital version that you send clients to with literally the click of a button. Don't underestimate design. Make sure that you understand how to create beautiful graphics. We have an entire playlist of Canva tutorials that you can use to learn how to create really beautiful graphics in this free tool that you absolutely should be leveraging if you're creating a portfolio this year. And then the last tip is to make sure that you have some sort of call to action at the end. I see this all the time with portfolios that I critique inside the Business Lounge, our signature training program for online entrepreneurs. And I get this request a lot where we critique portfolios and there's no call to action or next steps. So again, don't make your client work or your potential client work extra hard to figure out how to work with you. Instead, have a clear call to action at the end of your portfolio that really tells clients what are the next steps, how they can get in touch with you, how they can start working with you, and what that entire process looks like, so they're not having to scramble to find your business card or figure out, where in that very long email thread your name was mentioned or your email is included. Make sure to make it super simple and the next steps are clear and concise and ready for them to take that next step and say yes. So I hope these portfolio tips were helpful. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to answer the question of the day, which is, what is your biggest challenge with creating a portfolio both online or in physical form? Is there anything that's confusing or you're not sure of? Let me know below. Our team is constantly looking at what your suggestions are. We hear you, we listen to you, and we want to create more videos that help educate you around this topic. So definitely drop me a comment below. And of course, make sure to check out the blog for this episode. There we really just go a lot more in depth because we don't have a lot of time here on YouTube, showing you examples and additional resources that you can definitely leverage to build an amazing portfolio. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We're always coming out with new content for online business owners to help you either launch, grow, or scale your online business. Make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode. It's a two-step process to subscribe to, YouTube channels these days. You kind of need to subscribe and hit the notification bell, or YouTube won't show you our videos. So I want to make sure you don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.